Got the Fresca. Got the Fresca, boy. So I've got them all out, pretty much. This stuff, like I said, my grinder went out on me. So I'm gonna have to send this to a professional for about $4 grand. That's after buying sheet metal. I got my design drawn up. Throw some rails across here and cut this back out. Fill that in for about $4,000. And like I said, I'm painting it white for sure. And got the spring arms off for the trunk here. Couldn't get this bolt right here, so I'm gonna have to come back later and get it so I can get these off, so I can dip these in vinegar, sand them down, and Bondo primer them. I'm just going to sand them down and save them for taking it to epoxy. But I got to get this back to the house because I got to get the welder out and weld this hole shut. This and that fender up there to weld that fender hole so I could put the shaved door handle on. And I'm going to go pick me up another jack stand for $55. It's a blue and gray one, similar to this. So I'm going to go pick that up for sure, because I'm trying to get me like a 6.2 block at 5.3. And like I said, I hope my equipment's going to work from the, hope, because it's cold. I've never used this stuff. I've had this stuff for like 4 years. 5,000 watt amp. You know, my 15-inch subwoofers. My whole box of like all my studio equipment. And like I said, I got my door popper. My door locks. Got my trunk popper. You know, I got some pistachios. And see, I got some more. I got some Bondo, but it's long hair Bondo. This stuff's got that long hair, long strand. So I can't use that right off the bat. And then here's the original Monte Carlo control box. And I got most of the wiring. But for the tail lights, upgrading it to LED tail lights, you won't need the original bulb. And the wires are really cut up, so I'm probably just going to have to buy. I said I just want to run it all myself. You know, I was already supposed to be, that's what I'm supposed to be doing now. But I ended up going a different route and buying that stuff. And like a router bits, and I bought all that stuff. So what I should have did, and bought this jack and stuff. But what I should be doing now is running all these wires and drawing up my own plugs. And running my electric wires for the doors. And see, I jumped on it a little quick, took the doors apart, so now I got to put the doors back together so I can get the windows rolling up and down. And really the next thing I'm about to try to do is buy this G-Force cross member and a throwaway 4L80E transmission, so I can get some money together and take this floor pan to wherever I'm going to take it to get the floor pans done. That way they have something to go around and some way to form it together and get the direct height and dimension on it. But anyway, that's about it. Here's the bag full of, I said this is the original wiring and stuff in here, but it's all cut up, so, you know, it's nothing, man, really. It's just about having money. Broke ass motherfucker. And like this dash, I'm going to buy me this $2,900 12-inch Holley dash. It's a Holley 12.3-inch Holley dash. And so I sold the part that goes to the dash, the insert. Well, you could use that, or you can't, which me, I planned on modifying mine in there custom myself. But I got to get this router. Since I gotta get this routed so I can start doing that with the MDF And like I said, fill this in. And man, that's about it. Put the windows back together. And like this stuff, I need to dip this in vinegar. Put some bonding primer on it. And I think I'm just going to go out and go ahead and buy me some new that way these are like updated. And go from there. Most of this stuff's like my window stoppies. See, I need to take all this stuff and go ahead and dip that in vinegar and bond and primer that. But like I said again, I'm broke as a joke. And I'm trying to hear some bass. I want to hear the motherfucking bass. I want to hear my bass beating. I want to listen to some Sepultura. And listen to my freaking bass. With my Lambo popper doors. Shaved door handles on this B. But anyway, so first things first is I got to get this floor pan stuff taken care of. And then, like I said, that's the whole reason why I'm buying the cross member with the transmission. Is so I can get the direct, and try to knock this out and flatten this whole back all the way across. And put some new cross member, pipe welded into the, up here on that and one under there. Just same place, just, different. Because there's body bushings here and here, so I'm going to have to talk to the custom people, but I'm thinking about $4,000, and plus I buy the metal, and that's not a big deal, man. It's just about making that money, and I'm painting my car white. I was down here putting a couple swirls here and there, 666 with just a couple of swirls, and a pentagram. Splashed it with some white. I just dumped it on here out of the can. I just dumped it straight on here. I gotta fill this hole in with a welder. That's for the antenna. But I'm gonna weld, close that up because I'm not putting the antenna on my fender. I'm putting the antenna right here, a shark fin fender. Right there. I mean a shark fin antenna on the back. So, but I'm picking up me another jack stand for that 6.2 block. So right now, my total to have this car up and running and setting the way that I want to have it setting on some big rims, that total is going to be about $35,000. Just to get it setting the way that I want it to be setting. 35 grand straight up for this is rims, lift, dash, air conditioner box, wiring, doors, Lambo doors, windows, front and back, a couple interior things, a bench seat, tail lights, headlights, floor pans. 4 here, 4 for the lift, that's 8. Lambo doors, 1,300. Front and back windshield, 500 a piece. The engine, the Holly Dash, 2,900. From there and up. But anyway, I said it's always been tough. It ain't getting any easier. The motherfuckers ain't paying when they're supposed to pay. So, like I said, it's always a day late and a dollar short with me. But like I said, I got faith that I'm going to, get this. Like I said, I got to buy one of these. That's $500 for a new radiator core support. That one's all chopped up and bent, so I got to buy that. And all this little stuff's what costs the most. Like this, all this here. These little bitty things. But like I said, the doors are ready. The trunk's ready. All I gotta do is get this floor pan, get some new floor pans, and I got the design for it. I'm squaring all this off. That's why I need the transmission cross member and the transmission, so I could get the money for this, and that way they can build around that transmission. Stop right here, try to cut all this flat, and just flatten that out. Throw some cross members in there so I can throw my subs back there. Bolt them down to it, bolt my amps to it. That way I got them extra rails back there. All I got to do is just bolt to the rails, cross members, put some MDF on it, and bolt everything to it. But anyway, look at that white, dude. Man. So I'm gonna go pick up this new jack stand. I'm happy about that. That's gonna be cool because it's a blue and gray. This one's got a little blue on it right here, but it'll be blue and gray. And like I said, I've been up here trying to get this bolt loose, but you know, it's not breaking loose, so I'm gonna have to come mess with it later whenever I get a grinder. Because I can put a new bolt in there. All it is 2 washers. That's what I'm going to use for this. I'm going to put a stud there with 2 washers and some lock bolts on there. And some Loctite just to hold it, and then that's done. But these have got to come off because all this stuff's got to be, you know, de-rusted and protected. And like as far as this back right here, I'm going to take the back of this right here and build from right here, build this in, and build out where it goes out and down, and put 4 8-inch subwoofers and 2 tweeters on the end, 2 3.5-inch tweeters and 4 8-inch subwoofers across, but they'll be up over here in front. And then my subs will be sitting across here on the bottom, which I'm upgrading. Because I'm blowing them. I've never used them, but I'm going to blow them. I want to put audio pipe, everything pretty much. If I can get my hands on audio pipe, that's what I'll be putting in there. And I'll be dropping this, pulling it forward, putting it forward, coming out, and this will be like one solid box with a hinge, piece of metal with a hinge with a little slide lock on it. That way I can open and close that and fill in this on these sides and cut that out. And fill this in flat, fill that in flat with a couple cross members from fender well to fender well, also on the flat part here and there, so I can bolt MDF to it and screw to the MDF. Alright, but anyway, motherfuckers are weird, dude.